Hello, everyone. Welcome to Off the Charts, episode 195. My name is Dan. So before we start off, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Hit that little thumbs up button. Tell your friends, and hit that little motherfucking bell there below. Also, you guys may have noticed I've started doing some little YouTube shorts, they call them, like they're 30 seconds. So slowly in between episodes, which is usually Tuesdays and Friday mornings, I'm going to post at least twice a week some little shorts regarding albums that I own from 2023. Just a little reminder of what's coming at the end of the year, my ranking of the year. So I'll put little snippets of a song with the album artwork. Maybe you guys know that this album is out, maybe you don't. So anyway, that's what those little shorts are about. So before we start off, cheers to you guys. Oh boy, did I need this today. This thing's a little different. I just found other glasses. So I'm like, okay, the other one was kind of getting a little, I guess I wash it too much in the dishwasher. And anyway, weird. It's a different tone or note. Anyway, enough dicking around here. So, speaking of 2023, the Metal Queen, Doro, or doropesch, is releasing an album. Should be actually coming out anytime soon. I've got it on pre-order. So what better way to talk about Doro than revisiting, to a point, I understand, revisiting, forgotten bands. So I'm going to go with Warlock. I understand that Warlock still technically exists, but it doesn't. So we'll delve into that here. So who is Warlock? Well, Warlock was formed in the early 80s, I guess. I forget which year. Should have written that down, but whatever. Wow, way to go, Dan. But anyway, it's doropesch on vocals. So the first lineup, doropesch on vocals. We all know who Doro is. I used to friggin', I still think she's gorgeous, but back then even a little bit more. I was like, wow, what a gorgeous woman there. So doropesch on vocals, Peter Szigeti on guitar, Rudy Graf on guitar, Frank Rittel on bass, and Michael Urich on drums. So they're pretty much a typical heavy metal, not hard rock, heavy metal verging on hard rock at times, but your traditional heavy metal band. As Doro went more solo, she's gone more hard rock, I feel, there at times. But yeah, think of them as traditional heavy metal with a female fronted band. So 1984 has their first album. And I know my friend Steve from Rock and Metal Invasion has done a little episode on this. Is kind of just like a revisiting. I'm not talking about the songs, whether they're good or not. This is let's just revisit the band because of a new Doro album coming out very soon. So here we have Burning the Witches from 1984. Here's the back cover right there. So yeah, this has got the typical logo right here. It's a little raw, but still it's very good here. Signs of Satan, Metal Racer, Burning the Witches is a good one too. But actually, doropesch is actually credited here as Dorothy Pesch. So anyway, and you got, like I said, they're little, this is kind of like the logo you'll see except for one album. but Burning the Witches would be their first album from 1984. Kind of went a little bit, not bankrupt, but the record company went wasn't really much money, so they're like, well, how about we give you another one here? So 1985, we've got Hellbound, pretty much the only album without the typical logo here. So same lineup as the first one, just to make sure. Yes, I did my homework properly. So Warlock, here we go. Hellbound, this is from 1985. A little more polished. I actually enjoy this one here quite a lot, but it's, like I said, it's your traditional heavy metal. Hellbound's a good one too. Wrathchild, Out of Control, and Catch My Heart. So I'll show you the back here. Here's the band now, still a 5-7 here. Is she now Doro Pesch now, not Dorothy Pesch anymore? But yeah, so this album came out in 1985, and after that, Miko Arvantes joined after the tour for this album, replacing, oh my god, who did replace here? Rudy Graf, there you go. These, they're German, they're from Germany there, by the way. Some of these names are a little hard to pronounce there, but the ball is starting to roll here. So here we go. Again, this type of music here, again, traditional heavy metal, there's just no hits, songs-ish, you know. So more to come on that. So number 1985, Hellbound. So when I said hits, first of all, let's just clean the palette. Yeah, different note completely. So now they're going, again, traditional heavy metal. They're not selling out, but they're starting to write songs that are more catchier. And 1986 comes True as Steel. Here's your album back, the band, how they look like. But Mr. Gold, I like that one. But Fight for Rock, what a freaking good song that is here. There's a video for that. I was actually watching it last night. I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a Warlock. Tend to, you know, watch YouTube videos while having a sip here. But yeah, Mr. Gold's a good kicker. But yeah, that song Fight for Rock is so good. That's a, like, you could see it's a little bit more polished album. They've come back to the logo that we all know and love here. So True as Steel from 1986. Oh my God, what a speed of sound. There's Vorwarts, all right, that I don't even know. I guess that's a German word here. But step into a direction that's more my taste. A little bit more polished, not as raw as the first two, but yeah, check out the video for Fight for Rock. There's like that's the one. Actually, that's not the first one. That's the second video I saw, but like, holy shit, is she gorgeous in that video too there. But there's a video of them, like they're little kids stealing a guitar from some guy's car or whatever there, and mixed by Michael Wagner. You can see where this is. But anyway, True as Steel, their third album from 1986, as getting there, like almost as good as the one after that. So the one that got me into Warlock is, I still remember the day we were all in high school, and then we saw this video for All We Are on the Pepsi Power Hour on Much Music the next day. Did you guys see that video? That song is friggin' awesome. So 1987 comes Warlock, Triumph and Agony. So there you go with the logo here. But now you can see, and this is going to be a theme coming where Doro is often pictured on the front covers. More on that later. So I these three records, I didn't buy them when they came out. This one, after I saw All We Are, I'm like, I am definitely buying that. I have this on cassette, CD, and vinyl. I like this album that much. But All We Are, it's like a, think of not a run to the hills, but it's got a chant. It's got a like a head banging type of song here. And of course, starting to come out as a sex symbol here, Doro. She's often painted this way on her album covers. Good on her. Like, but yeah, here we go. That's Triumph and Agony with the Warlock in the back. But All We Are, I listened to this album so much. It's like, I know it's not fair that I didn't listen to those other three as much as I did, but I got this back in 1987 when this came out. Maybe 88, I'm not sure, but it was very close. When I saw that All We Are, I'm like, okay, I need to have that, you know. I Rule the Ruins is a great one here. East Meets West, a little cheesy lyric, but I love Touch of Evil. That's the song where she does this friggin' yell at the end. It goes on key, off key, and then back on key, and it's like, you're like, whoa, that was powerful. I'm like, so powerful that like whoever mixed it, was it Michael Wagner again there? Doesn't say here. Whoever mixed it, just like, that was so powerful, let's just keep it whether it's in key or not there. Metal Tango's fun. Für Immer is another great song. Anyway, I could name pretty much all of these songs here. This album is great. So 1987, but also came with a lineup change. So you have Tommy Bolin, not Bolin with a Bolin from Deep Purple in the 70s that passed away in 77. Tommy Bolin, not Bolin, Bolin, I guess, on guitar. And actually, I learned this like not too long ago. Tommy Henriksen from, well, currently the guitarist, or one of the guitarists for Alice Cooper, was like, he was playing bass on this. And I'm looking at the video, I'm like, I would have never, I've seen the video a million times, would have never guessed that's Tommy Henriksen right there in the video. So Triumph and Agony in 1987. This was huge in the metal world, not a household name, but huge in the people knew who Warlock were with this album and All We Are. I don't know anybody back then when this first came out. I was like, All We Are, whatever. It's a fucking great song, great anthem, great chant. So great crowd participation song also. So 1987, Triumph and Agony. Now, before I get into, so then comes 1988 and 1989. First of all, they go into just becoming one guitar band. And this is actually, I didn't really tell anybody. There was nobody to tell really at the time, but I was really reading my Metal Edge and saw that the next Warlock album was this, Doro. I'm like, what? And of course you got the little plus Warlock here. So this one here has, of course, it says John Devon on the inner sleeve, but it's actually John Levin, who will go on to become Dawkins' current guitarist. Bobby Rondinelli on drums, doropesch on vocals, of course, and Tommy Henriksen again on bass. I just didn't picture him as a bass player. But now you see Doro, Force Majeure, plus Warlock. So when I saw the poster for this in Metal Edge, I was actually going, like, I loved so much the Warlock album, Triumph and Agony. And when this came out, I'm like, what the fuck happened to Warlock? So for years and years. So I'm not, this is not a Warlock album. I'm just putting it out there. It's kind of got the same, not the same font, but still the same idea to a point. You can see it's like the sister to the brother here, as logo goes. So I just put this here as a bridge to maybe a future episode with Doro's solo career. So what happened? You asked me. Well, for years and years, I didn't know what the hell the deal was with Warlock and what happened to Warlock. So when Triumph and Agony came out, after that, in between Triumph and Agony and Doro's first solo album, Force Majeure, there was a former manager who actually sued the band for the rights to the name Warlock, and actually fucking won. He won at the time. Doro has gotten the rights back to Warlock, but like not until 2011, I think, where she's still going by, like, right now, what's the point of changing? It's Doro, but there's a greatest hits out there with, it's called Doro and Warlock or something like that. So she got the rights of the name back, but that's the reason why it went from Warlock to Doro in one album. And like, I remember seeing that Metal Edge thing. I'm like going, oh, and I didn't buy the Force Majeure. I was like, whatever. I was a dumb kid, but you like a certain product for a certain reason. So I liked the Warlock band, I guess. And when I saw the first solo album, I was like, it's like someone took your heart and just went. Not to that point. I was still pretty young there. It was like 1989 here, this album. Yeah, 89. So I was 17, yeah. But anyway, at that time, I was like super bummed about, like, I was bummed that Warlock was no more, because I actually really liked that Triumph and Agony album. So that was the end of Warlock, but Doro pretty much being the only constant member of her own group now. She has released many other albums. So I got a lot of her albums, I should say. I do remember getting the Doro self-titled one at the same time, only because it was produced by Gene Simmons and there was a Kiss song on it. And I was like, I need to get, that's another story for another episode here. But yeah, that's my little story for Warlock. So technically, they don't exist anymore. Technically, because it's now Doro, and she's pretty much the only one left from whatever was in those 4 first Warlock albums, even that 5th one, which is a Doro album. But yeah, Warlock is done. Liked it at the time. I do like Doro. I do love Triumph and Agony more than anything that Doro and Warlock have done present or past before that. Like, that album to me is like perfection. So anyway, that is my episode for today. So hopefully we learned a little bit about Warlock. New album from Doro coming soon. I've got my pre-order. Actually, the reason I thought about doing this, because I emailed them Nuclear Blast. I'm like, where the fuck is my order? Because I click on my account, it's like there's no orders, but I have the email for proof. Anyway, you guys don't care about that story. So anyway, that is my episode for today. Hope you guys do enjoy some good old Warlock, even present day Doro to a point. Personally, I prefer Warlock a lot more. So thank you guys for watching, and we shall see you guys next episode. Take care. Bye-bye.